Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. But before we really talk about what I really want to discuss in terms of basketball, let's focus on the Ben Simmons situation, shall we? Remember, I said that I would love Ben Simmons to come to China? You know what? I changed my mind. You know what? I don't want to have an arrogant little crybaby, big crybaby on my team because his lack of work ethic and his lack of manners is really gonna really cost the Raptors. And looking at what the Raptors are doing right now, I would even want to trade nobody. So you can pass him on to the next team because we don't want his ass no more. You know why? He's a dumbass. Your team built the whole, and for people who would love to defend Ben Simmons, be like, "Oh, Ben Simmons, that." Number one, the team wasted all years changing rosters, changing lineups, changing everything because of your dumbass. They changed They changed the entire roster every season because of Ben Simmons. And you're gonna tell me that Embiid they built around Embiid? If they built around Embiid, Jimmy Butler will still be in the Sixer uniform. If they built around Embiid, a lot of the players that was kicked off, like JJ Redick, would be still be on the team. So don't tell me that this guy is actually Embiid is the guy that they built around. Although you just let me give you an example. Although Lamelo is the franchise player, guess who's the guy that the team built around? Gordon Hayward. The game plan is built around him. There's so many examples. Zion Williamson is the face of the franchise and a franchise player. So is Brent Bi, but most of the time it's always Bi that gets the game plan. Mostly it's Bi that gets everything, all touches, all everything. I'm not here to really bring conspiracy theories or anything like that. I'm here to speak my mind. I'm here to say that Ben Simmons is a disgrace to basketball. And if I was Ben Simmons, I would just put down the retire button because I'm such a disgrace to basketball that I don't understand how to be grateful for what I've been given. The team built around you. The team changed rosters because of you. Even Embiid had to change his play style because of you. But nobody want to talk about that. You always want to be like, what are you smoking? The team is built around Embiid. But if you're really that smart, and open your two little eyes and observe for yourself and ask yourself, why is it that a team keep changing rosters every season because of Ben Simmons? Then you answer. Embiid is the face of the franchise, the franchise player, yes. But it's Ben Simmons' team according to how the team has been built. Embiid even sacrificed his own playing style because of you. Embiid is more of a back-to-basket type center, and he had to stretch the floor because of your ass. Because your dumbass can't shoot a damn basketball to save your life. This man will shoot threes in practice, but when it comes to game time, this man will not shoot a single basketball. How are you averaging 0.008 3 pointers in for your entire career? And that's 3 point shooting percentage, right? For your entire career, 0.008. That's bad. But no. Embiid is not the franchise player. Let's kick Embiid out. Like Embiid is not that guy, huh? Enough of the fuckery, right? Let's keep that shit out. I may not be an Embiid fan or whatever, but let's use our brain for a second. We've seen a lot of nonsense go on for years. We've seen a lot of bullshit be known. But you know what? Now let's get to the cream of the crop today. I'm here to address a real fugitive that I really will always talk about in my game. But before we do that, let's recap a few games. The Pelicans got smoked by the Kings. The Raptors, we beat the Magic, that's good. The Hornets got smoked by the Miami Heat. The Bulls got smoked by the Knicks, like anything obvious. Then, what else? Like, am I surprised? Now let's move on. The real fugitive I'm talking about is James Boylan, aka James. I don't know how to coach for to save my life, Borrego. And hear me out. I'm not a basketball coach. I'm not a basketball help. But if you have a way to analyze games, you should already know how to. I can read positions on the court and positioning. So I may not be the basketball head, but knowing reading the basketball positions on the court, I already can tell you what position is on the court and where they stand. Most of Melo's rookie seasons, he has been playing small forward. When he finally decided to play fully point guard, he's still limited. This is sad. Why are you trying to force Lamelo to be Lonzo? Most of the time, we were complaining about Lonzo being forced to be Jello. Why are you forcing Lamelo to be rookie Lonzo Ball, bro? He's not that guy. Lamelo's a score first point guard. Lonzo is a pass first point guard. Difference: one loves to dish out the ball, while the other loves to score the ball no matter what. And in the era of score first point guards, you let Lamelo shine. He's a perfect fit for today's basketball. A futuristic point guard. A point guard that's non pattern. And a non pattern point guard, what do you let them do? You let them shine. You know, one thing where Borrego, I think Borrego got this from. Forget Popovich for a second. You know who else do this shit before? Monty Williams. And Monty Williams, I got your ass. I'm gonna expose you to Monty Williams during the CP3's rookie and sophomore seasons. He used to do this bullshit too. And now he's starting to realize, oh shit, I almost ruined CP3's career. He even said it himself. He said, before I used to think it's my way or the other. But now I just realized you just let the stars be the stars, which is the smart thing. Unlike JB, who doesn't want to grow. Monty Williams grew and learned that you gotta let stars shine. JB, no, let's let the stars not shine. Let's let Mr. Glass, who always get hurt every single year, do that. Oh, Mr. Glass averaged 20 points. But when against a big team on national TV, he choked. Why all of a sudden against the Miami Heat decided to score 20 points? Hmm? And the Miami Heat is not that big of a team in current day like they used to be before. Imagine if he played the LeBron James Miami Heat. He would have given you 4 points. Just saying. This is Gordon Hayward, by the way. If he faced the Miami Heat Big Three, he wouldn't score more than 4 points. If this team faced the Miami Heat Big Three, he would have only scored 4 points. Because that's Gordon Hayward for you. This is why I call him the worst contract in NBA history. You can't be a decent contract in NBA history and choke in big games. You're on national TV. You embarrass the kid. I know many of us always look at athletes and be like, he loves it here. He loves it here. Players say that bullshit. Kyrie Irving said, I would love to resign in Boston. What did he do? He snaked Boston and went to the damn Nets. He snaked Cleveland and went to the damn Celtics. There are more. LeBron snaked his own team, left the Miami Heat back to Cleveland, snaked Cleveland, went to LA. Players say what they want to say just because they want to cool the storm. Because if they really say how they feel, fans will turn on them. They know that. The only outlier that has already felt that and done that was Kyrie. Because you see, Kyrie will be like, I love to stay in this team. I would love to resign. I would love to get the paperwork ready and get my contract extension going. You know that nigga's lying. You know that nigga lying. He gone. He gone, cuz. He's out the door. So If anybody's like Lamelo loves Charlotte, you know that's a lie, bro. It's a damn lie. Lamelo may like the city, but not like the way you're treated. I can like a team and not like the way the coach is treating me. They say not all that glitters are gold. Just because you see things the way see, I thought people used to listen. When they say not all that glitters are gold, it's just to tell you, just because you see something is not the way it really is. Just because what do you really see is not what it really is. I think people should be smart enough to learn that. Like, bro, Melo might be saying, "Oh, I really like it here." You know that's cap. Actions speak louder than words, my guy. On the court, when you're a player and you always look back at the coach, that's not a good sign. That's a sign of I don't really like this coach. He's always stopping me. He's an obstacle. When I always have to look back at a coach every single time I'm playing, that's not a good sign for the team. That's to tell the team you might need to do shit, especially if that player is the star of the team. You do what it takes to make that guy happy, or he's gone. And judging by Charlotte, knowing how terrible they are at keeping stars happy, just like they did with Kemba, CP3 doesn't count because he was with the Pelicans. So CP3, CP3 was in between. It was in between both teams. So we're not going to count CP3. So we're gonna move on to the fact that this is the worst team I've ever seen in terms of player management. Like, are you kidding me? Your franchise player is on the court. Your spot playing his minutes like he's an injury prone player. And for defenders of James Borrego that loves to defend him, let me ask you this. How come the coach have the confidence to play that same kid more minutes when he's hurt, had a wrist injury, but when he's healthy, he barely plays minutes? Oh, wait. He's in his second year playing under 30 minutes. Or most of the times under 28 minutes. When Lamelo plays over 28 minutes, the Hornets win more games. 23-17, according to last year. It's not a fluke. Even that's not the original stat, but based on what I could gather, but that's not the original stat, but it's 28 something. So, 28-16. Yeah, remember. Like Charlotte, haven't you learned your lesson? LaMelo got hurt, 75% of your money went down. Like, how dumb can an organization really be? You don't learn. Miles Bridges could go down, nobody would give a shit. People would still watch Charlotte. Gordon Hayward may go down, nobody would care. People would still watch Charlotte. Everybody on that team could go down with an injury. Nobody would care because people still want to watch one player shine, and that his name is LaMelo Ball. Nobody cares about y'all. I'm dead ass. If you're a Charlotte fan and mad at me, you can kiss my head, bro. Truth is, if you don't haven't learned from the 75 revenue deficit, you're the dumbest organization I've ever seen. When the player got hurt and 75% of your revenue went down, 75%, that means like, that's about 75% is a large percentage. Like, it's not like him is having to deal with hypothetically using 10% of a brain capacity and building like 100% of a lot of things. No, this is 75%. Charlotte, are you dumb? If I was James Jordan, if I was Jordan, the first person getting on the hot seat is James Borrego. I don't care if I extend him with a 5-year contract. That's the biggest mistake. You gave this coach a 5-year contract extension. Another negative for Charlotte fans. A part of Airbnb didn't re-sign his contract. They tried to lowball a brother and give him $60 million contract. Guess what? Bridges didn't re-sign. Haven't you learned, Charlotte? 5 year contract. 5 fucking year contract, bro. And you still haven't learned. This is sad. I feel bad for Charlotte fans, and I feel bad for all the Lamelo fans. But you see, in the era where you have to be a player fan, it's different. Like it's okay to support a team, support somebody. Because I've been noticing one thing with a few people that love to defend James Borrego. They love to play defense when they feel attacked. Example, good vibes. All of a sudden, you felt attacked, you now be like, oh, I wanted this. Nah, that's not how you really feel. You felt attacked, that's why you said what you said. You said what you really felt like saying because you felt attacked. But you would have played defend a guy that lacks common sense as a coach because he's trying so hard to follow his predecessor. And to me, he's still gonna go to another team and fuck their team up because they will still give him the edge that he came from the Popovich tree. When they know Greg Popovich is a jackass who only won on the back of great players. I don't care. Look at the US team. KD had to carry the damn team. Not because they're good. Kevin Durant had to carry the whole team to a gold medal. Zach LaVine didn't do shit on offense. I'm sorry. Kevin Durant carried the team, scored 40 to win the damn gold medal. Where's the rest of the team? Zach LaVine played defense, yeah, but Kevin Durant carried the team. So, to me, remove KD, remove all the historic players from the Spurs organization, and you see that Greg Popovich is a nobody. Seriously, he can't coach a team of bums. Look at how he's struggling with us with the young Spurs. They haven't made a playoff since all of them these boys have been gone off the team. They haven't made the playoffs. Tim Duncan retired, no playoffs. Tony Parker retired, no playoffs. Manu Ginobili retired, no playoffs. What does that tell you? This coach can't coach a team of average players unless there's a superstar in that team. This man drafted an 18-year-old. Fine. You would develop that kid. Because why? You only draft kids that are coachable. You don't draft guys that are really that have a star mindset. Seriously. So I just look at it and be like, listen, Greg Popovich to me is one of the most overrated coaches we've ever seen. If he can't lead this Spurs team to a playoff team, I think he's overrated. Like he could barely win a championship, a gold medal, when he was the one coaching the team. They got smacked in 2 exhibition games. It took Kevin Durant to lead the team, Bradley Beal a little bit, Zach LaVine on defense. Everybody else was a doo-doo on offense. Kevin Durant had to carry the team, carry the load, just for them to win a gold medal. Bradley Beal was doing a little bit. I would say Bam was doing good on defense too. I forgot, but those are the 4 bright spots on that team. Remember, Popovich does good when great players are on his team. When there's no great player on that team, he ain't shit. Look at the Spurs now. Are they in the playoffs? Nope. How many times have they made the playoffs since Manu Ginobili retired? Never. It's just to tell you the truth, man. So you're gonna tell me that because he won 5 rings, with Borrego winning at least 2 of them with him, and now deciding, oh, I want to be Popovich. I learned from Popovich. I learned from the greatest coach. To me, the greatest coach of all time is Bill Russell. Because he brought a Celtics rings as a coach, even as a player. The one after him was also a black coach who brought the Warriors their first ever ring. Or should we be keep going on? There's so many coaches that don't get credit because of there's some type of shit that others always keep coming take credit because of some dumb stuff comes in. How are you a coach? You're yanking your best player off minutes. Then you see people come in and be like, and I blame Melo to a little bit because he gives these guys bullet points like, oh, he played bad. He's the star of the team. Nigga, 75% of revenue went down because he went down with an injury and was out damn near out for the season. If that doesn't tell Charlotte anything, that should tell you that 75% of your fan base are not fans of your team. They don't give a shit about your team. They don't even care about your team. Majority of the media don't even give a damn about your team. Charlotte was an afterthought after Lamelo got hurt. Seriously. Just like they were before he was there. An afterthought. So if you really, really want to cater to your favorite player, when I say you need to trust your franchise player more, it's about damn time. So if I was Jordan, I'd say going to Jordan and Mitch said, it's time to get rid of this clown and get a coach that really cares about development of players. Not this crackhead that you put in the job to coach a team. Because he doesn't know how to coach. He doesn't even looks like he has no idea what he's doing. I used to look at Thibs and say, oh, Thibs, you always look confused on the court. But even Thibs, even though he looks like, why am I here? He's coaching and knows how to coach. I would prefer R. Watson. And here's why. You see all that aggressive drive to the paint mentality that Melo had? There was one man behind it, Earl Watson himself. He said that he told Melo all that aggressive all that passive shit he always does, get it out of his head. Although JJ instilled the confidence by giving him minutes and reps to really develop, Earl Watson was the one who told him to be more aggressive. But JJ was the one who let him develop and do all that. Now that he's in the NBA, I would rather have a coach that's like JJ that knows his game. And Earl Watson fits the bill. Although I would love Mark Jackson, but Mark Jackson ain't it, bro. I prefer Earl Watson because he knows Melo's game and he would guide the team. Even though he knows Melo's game, he would guide the team to play to suit Melo's style, which is the smart thing to do. And you know who else knows that drill? Apart from the team, Miles Bridges, who didn't resign. I'm still wondering why. Because you can't lowball a brother and give him $60 million and think he will resign. That ain't happening. Charlotte, fix your shit. And learn from that 75% revenue deficit. Because if you haven't learned, maybe you will learn when Melo decided that he's not opting into his qualifying offer and canceling that and becoming a restricted free agent and leaving the team. Because if that happens, you know Philly will be on the door, LA will be on the door, all kind of teams will be on the door, and you won't be able to stop nothing. Yeah, nothing. And about that time, it'll be game over for your franchise. And you'll be just like you will always be, an afterthought.